Nestled deep within the foreboding forest, veiled in an everlasting fog, loomed the age-old mansion named Ravenhurst Manor. A mere whisper of its name sent a shiver down the spine of anyone daring to utter it. Legends recounted tales of a shadowed history, a family cursed, and a dwelling haunted by vengeful spirits. On a moonless night, a group of thrill-seekers, driven by a morbid fascination, resolved to venture into the abandoned Ravenhurst Manor. Armed with flashlights and nervous laughter, Sarah, Mark, and Jake approached the dilapidated structure. The air thickened with each step, as if the very forest held its breath in trepidation. The rusty gate creaked open, revealing an overgrown path leading to the somber mansion. Windows, fractured like wounded souls, gazed emptily into the night. The moon cast an eerie glow on the skeletal branches that clung to the mansion's facade. As they crossed the threshold, the temperature plummeted, and a ghostly chill slithered up their spines. The once grand foyer groaned and sighed, as if the house itself lamented its own mortal existence. Dust-laden furniture stood frozen in time, silent witnesses to unspeakable horrors. Venturing deeper, they discovered a grand ballroom adorned with faded wallpaper and grotesque murals that seemed to writhe in the dim light. The air grew oppressive. Echoes of distant footsteps resonated through empty halls, yet no living soul was in sight. Descending into the semi-darkness of the cellar, they stumbled upon a room draped in cobwebs. A dusty piano stood in the corner, its keys seemingly played by unseen hands. A chilling melody hung in the air, reminiscent of the mournful whispers of a bygone era. As the group ascended the creaky stairs, the atmosphere thickened with an unsettling intensity. Shadows danced on the walls, morphing into sinister figures that seemed to taunt the living. In the hallway, adorned with portraits of a family, eyes tracked the intruders with unsettling interest. In the attic, they discovered a collection of forgotten toys, each emitting an ominous aura. Dolls with sunken eyes seemed to follow their every move, and a rocking horse swayed ominously, driven by an unseen force. Suddenly, the temperature dropped, and the air filled with sorrowful whispers. A ghostly figure materialized before them, a relic of the mansion's tormented past. Hollow eyes fixated on the uninvited guests, and a mournful wail pierced the air. In a panic, Sarah, Mark, and Jake rushed towards the exit, their hearts pounding with terror. The house resisted their escape. Doors slammed shut, corridors shifted like a nightmarish maze. Ghostly apparitions multiplied, reaching out with ethereal hands, attempting to drag the intruders into the abyss. At the first light of dawn, breathless and shaken to their core, the trio departed Ravenhurst Manor. The haunted house in the woods, veiled in morning mist, stood as a testament to the darkness lurking beyond the veil of the living. It served as a chilling reminder that some secrets are best left undisturbed in the desolate heart of the forest. Please subscribe and give me a like. On a frigid autumn night, 3 intrepid teenagers, Alex, Casey, and Jordan, decided to embark on an exhilarating escapade. Whispers circulated about an ancient house nestled deep within the foreboding forest, a place where shadows pirouetted and the branches murmured ominous secrets. The moon cast an unsettling glow as the trio approached the time-worn structure, its shattered windows and crumbling facade draped in a veil of enigma. With trepidation, Alex, the undaunted leader, swung open the protesting door, its hinges groaning in dissent. Entering the darkness, the air turned colder, and an eerie silence enveloped them. The flickering beams of their flashlights unveiled furniture shrouded in dusty sheets, and the wallpaper peeled off the walls like fading memories of a bygone era. Unbeknownst to them, the house concealed a grim secret, a tale of a family whose tragic fate was eternally intertwined with the decaying walls. Undeterred, the teens pressed on, venturing deeper into the heart of the somber mansion. A sudden gust slammed the door behind them, sealing their destiny within the haunted abode. Panic set in as they descended into the basement, the temperature dropping and ghostly whispers echoing through the halls. Shadows danced menacingly across the cracked floorboards. Casey, the group's skeptic, chuckled nervously, dismissing the eerie occurrences as mere products of his imagination. Their laughter faded when an otherworldly voice whispered their names through the corridors. The teens discovered a decrepit staircase leading to an ominous basement. As they descended, the air thickened, and a disquieting presence lingered in the shadows. Flashlights flickered, casting eerie shadows on damp, mold-covered walls. In the basement's depths, they found a room adorned with ancient symbols and a dusty Ouija board that beckoned them. Against their better judgment, they communed with the spirits dwelling in the darkness. As the planchette moved, spelling cryptic messages, the temperature plummeted. Unseen hands tugged at their clothes, and ghostly apparitions materialized. Tormented and vengeful, the spirits revealed the tragic story of a family that had met a gruesome end within those walls. Terrified, the teenagers sought an escape, but the house resisted. Walls groaned, floorboards creaked, and the spirits' cries intensified. In desperation, they realized that unraveling the mystery and laying the tormented souls to rest was their only path to freedom. In a climactic revelation, they uncovered a long-buried secret, a betrayal that condemned the family to eternal suffering. Armed with this knowledge, they performed a ritual to release the trapped spirits, and the house shook as if in agony. As dawn broke, the once haunted mansion stood silent, the malevolent energy dissipated. The trio emerged, changed by the harrowing experience, their bond solidified in the crucible of the supernatural. The old house in the woods, now a mere relic, served as a chilling reminder of the fragile boundary between the living and the dead, a cautionary tale for those daring enough to tiptoe into the realm of the unknown. Please subscribe and give me a like. Once in a frosty Halloween tale, a bunch of friends opted for a camping escapade in a notorious forest that held a grim reputation in a small town. The air hung heavy with foreboding as they set up their tent near an ancient cemetery, where tombstones cast eerie shadows under the moonlight. As night unfolded, they huddled around a flickering fire, sharing ghost stories and sipping hot cocoa to stave off the encroaching cold. From the darkness emerged a spectral figure, draped in tattered garments reminiscent of a bygone era. Its sunken eyes fixated on the campsite, and a chilling wind whispered through the trees. One by one, peculiar occurrences unfurled. Muffled footsteps echoed in the silence, and leaves rustled. Shadows pirouetted in unnatural patterns, distorting the outlines of the skeletal trees. Laughter gave way to anxious glances as an unsettling atmosphere settled in. When the clock struck midnight, a bone-chilling howl shattered the silence, prompting everyone to huddle together in fear. A ghostly apparition approached, its spectral presence sending shivers down their spines. Suddenly the temperature plummeted, and the once warm fire flickered and extinguished. In the pitch darkness, the friends fumbled for flashlights, navigating through the enveloping shadows. The forest seemed to awaken with unseen whispers and ghostly footsteps emanating from all directions. In panic, they realized they were not alone. Dreadful visions materialized, long-lost souls with anguished faces. The friends stumbled through the haunted forest, losing their sense of direction and desperately attempting to elude the spectral torment. Each step felt like an eternity, as if the very essence of the forest conspired against their survival. Just as hope teetered on the edge of extinction, down-cracked over the horizon, dispelling the malevolent forces that had tormented them throughout the night. The ghostly figure evaporated, leaving the friends bewildered and breathless in the crisp morning air. As they departed the haunted forest, they pledged to bury the memory of that accursed Halloween night. However, the recollection of the supernatural horrors they encountered lingered in their minds, destined to become a chilling ghost story whispered around campfires for generations to come. Please subscribe and give me a like. Under the moon's silvery glow, two adventurers, Alex and Taylor, chose to venture into the heart of the enigmatic Blackwood Forest. The air hung with an eerie stillness, broken only by the crisp crunch of leaves beneath their boots as they delved deeper into the dense woodland. Pitching their tent near an old, dilapidated tunnel, they sensed a peculiar energy in the air. Undeterred, they dismissed it as the atmospheric peculiarity of the forest, unaware of the unsolved mysteries concealed within its depths. As night descended, the forest surrendered to a disconcerting silence, and eerie shadows waltzed among the trees. The flames crackled, casting distorted shadows on the ancient trees, their gnarled branches resembling skeletal fingers reaching from the shadows. When the fire dwindled, an unsettling hush blanketed the forest. Alex and Taylor exchanged uneasy glances, sensing a shift in the atmosphere. To alleviate their unease, they opted to explore a mysterious tunnel nearby, its gaping entrance beckoning like a dark portal to the unknown. Armed with flashlights, they entered the tunnel, beams cutting through the oppressive darkness. The air inside was dense, filled with whispers emanating from the depths of the earth. Venturing deeper, their attention was drawn to strange symbols etched on the walls, pulsing with otherworldly energy. A winding path led them to an ancient chamber adorned with mysterious symbols and remnants of a long-forgotten ritual. A cold wind whispered through the chamber, extinguishing their flashlights. Panic ensued as darkness enveloped them. In the tunnel's pitch-black confines, a disturbing whisper echoed from the very walls. Shadows morphed into grotesque figures, materializing out of the impenetrable blackness. Fear gripped their hearts as they struggled to illuminate their surroundings. Desperation drove them back, only to find the tunnel twisting and turning, distorting reality itself. Time warped in the claustrophobic darkness, disorienting their senses. In panic, they realized they were ensnared in a nightmarish labyrinth. Navigating the winding maze, whispers intensified, and shadows grew more malevolent. Each step plunged them deeper into madness, the air thick with an ominous presence. The forest, it seemed, had come alive, harboring ancient secrets that sought to consume those daring to unveil them. When hope seemed lost, they emerged, gasping in the cool night air. The forest exhaled, releasing them from its enigmatic embrace. The tunnel lay behind, concealing secrets that boggled their minds. With trembling hands, they packed up and departed the ghostly forest, vowing never to return. Yet, the whispers of the Blackwood Forest persisted, carried by the wind as a chilling reminder that some secrets are best left untouched in the shadowy depths of the ancient woodland.